There's a silent epidemic happening right under our noses. It's a phenomenon that's been unfolding in the background of our lives for, well, for centuries. A quiet, unsolved mystery that connects every single one of us. It happens in the most ordinary of places, but what's behind it? Well, that is anything but ordinary. We're opening an investigation into what might be the greatest vanishing act in human history.
This is the question, isn't it? The one that haunts us. The question that investigators, researchers, and, let's be honest, victims have asked for generations, and we still don't have a satisfying answer. We put our faith in pairs, and that faith is shattered, again and again. Every year, countless individuals just cease to be. So today, we're going to search for the truth.
All right, so our investigation begins right here. We are officially opening the cold case file on the Great Sock Disappearance. You have to understand, this isn't some minor household annoyance. This is a pattern, a consistent global phenomenon that just defies any simple explanation. And the deeper you look, the more unsettling the whole picture becomes.
The scale of this is, well, it's staggering. Conservative estimates put the number of disappearances in the billions every single year. But here's the thing, the true figure is unknown. There's no central database, no official count. These disappearances are happening in the dark, totally unrecorded and unacknowledged by any official sources.
Just listen to this testimony. It's from an individual who, for their own safety, wishes to remain anonymous. It really captures the core of the trauma here. It's not just a loss, it's an erasure, a sudden, inexplicable void where something used to be. It's a chilling reminder of just how fragile our everyday reality truly is.
Okay, so any investigation has to narrow its focus to the last known whereabouts of the missing. And in almost every single case, the trail leads back to one very specific location. A place so common, so familiar, that we've all become blind to its potential dangers. We call it the point of no return. That's right, the washing machine. It just sits there, in our homes, looking like some benign domestic servant. But our investigation reveals that this machine is the absolute epicenter of this phenomenon. It's the black box, the sealed room from which, for so many, there is no escape. The sequence of events is chilling when you break it down with precision. We can trace the final movements forensically. First, the subject is placed in the drum, then submerged in water. The high-velocity spin cycle is initiated, and then nothing. Between one rotation and the next, they're just gone, without a trace.
Now, the official narratives you've probably heard, that they get stuck in gaskets or lost on the way to the dryer, they just don't hold up under any real scrutiny. They completely fail to account for the sheer scale of what's happening. And this has forced investigators to look beyond the veil, to explore some fringe theories that are, frankly, as disturbing as they are compelling.
Our first theory takes us right to the edge of theoretical physics. Some experts propose that the intense centripetal force, the electromagnetic energy that's generated during a spin cycle, it could be enough to create a tiny, localized instability in space-time. So the sock doesn't get lost, it quantum tunnels. It momentarily ceases to exist right here and reappears somewhere else entirely.
The second theory is even more chilling. It suggests that the machine isn't just an inanimate object. It's a primitive, predatory intelligence. It lies dormant to most of the time, but it requires sustenance. And for reasons we just don't understand yet, its primary source of energy is the singular, unpaired sock. It consumes one, leaving the other behind, maybe as a warning.
And this brings us to our third and maybe the most profound theory, the sock dimension. This proposal suggests that a stable, microscopic wormhole actually opens up during the agitation phase, and it leads to a parallel reality, a dimension populated entirely by the lost and the vanished, a universe of single socks just waiting for a return that might never come.
So where does this all leave us? After examining the evidence, exploring the outer limits of scientific and even paranormal explanation, we arrive at a really unsettling conclusion. This case is far from closed. The truth, whatever it is, remains elusive, shrouded in mystery and domestic conspiracy. But think about this for a second. The simple answers you've been given your whole life, they're just that. They're too simple. Researchers are now starting to believe these mundane explanations might actually be part of a coordinated effort to prevent mass panic. A cover-up, to hide a truth that maybe our civilization just isn't ready to confront.
And so the questions just linger, haunting this whole investigation. Why only one?
I mean, a predator would take both, right? A quantum event should be random. This implies some kind of intent. Is there a pattern? Are certain brands, certain materials more susceptible? And the biggest question of all, who or what benefits from all this? And are the machines acting alone, or are they part of some larger, unseen network?
So the next time you're facing that empty space in your laundry basket, right where a sock used to be, just remember this investigation. You can search the machine. You can check the lint trap. You can look behind the dryer. But the real question is, have you checked the shadows? The disappearances continue. The case remains open.